What if the very vitamins you trust the most are secretly making you weaker? You heard that right. Not just ineffective, but actually working against you, especially after 60. You take them each morning, maybe right after breakfast. You line them up neatly on the counter, believing they're doing you good, helping your bones, your muscles, your energy. But what if I told you some of those so-called healthy pills might be the quiet reason your legs feel heavier, your knees feel shakier, and your steps don't feel as sure as they used to? Sounds dramatic, maybe. But the truth is, many seniors are unknowingly weakening their own bodies with the very supplements they believe are keeping them strong. It's not your fault. The labels are confusing, the claims are bold, and the marketing, oh, it's convincing. Supports bone health, builds strong muscles, essential for aging bodies. We've all seen those words and trusted them. But here's what most people miss. Not all vitamins are created equal, and once you're over 60, your body processes things differently. The same supplement that helped you in your 40s might be slowly draining your strength today. Now I'm not here to scare you, I'm here to show you, because in the next few minutes, you're going to discover 3 common vitamins that could be quietly sabotaging your legs, weakening your lower body, shrinking your mobility, and stealing your independence, one pill at a time. And the wild part, most people have no idea. That's why this matters. Your legs, your balance, your freedom to walk, move, and live fully. It all depends on knowing what's helping you and what's secretly holding you back. So if you're someone who's always taken your health seriously, if you want to stay strong, independent, and confident as you age, then you'll want to stick with me, because this could change how you care for your body starting today. And hey, before we dive deeper, if you care about your strength, your independence, and the quality of your life after 60, then do yourself a favor. Subscribe to Elder Mature Moments. Hit that bell icon too, because in this community, we don't just talk about aging, we take control of it. Let's get into it. You've heard it all before. Take your vitamins, they'll keep you strong. It's practically a rule of life, right? We've been told for decades that a handful of supplements each morning will keep the doctor away, keep our joints happy, and keep our bones from crumbling. But what if I told you some of those vitamins, especially when taken in the wrong amounts, or paired with the wrong nutrients, could actually be chipping away at your strength, causing your legs to feel heavier, your knees to wobble, and your balance to shift in ways that just don't feel right? That occasional stumble, that strange weakness when you get up from a chair, that nagging ache in your calves or thighs, that wasn't there before. You might think it's just old age creeping in. But what if that slow decline was being helped along by something you thought was helping? There are 3 specific culprits, 3 vitamins that sound perfectly healthy, because they are, in the right context. But once you're past 60, your body changes the rules. Your digestion, absorption, your muscles, your nerves, they don't behave the way they used to. And that's when these vitamins stop acting like friends and start acting like quiet saboteurs. Let me walk you through it. The first one is so common, you probably have a bottle of it sitting right in your kitchen cabinet. You might have bought it because someone said it would help with energy, or bones, or general vitality. And yes, it can help, but in large doses, especially without the right co-nutrients, this one can interfere with calcium absorption and subtly weaken your bones from the inside out. It doesn't cause a dramatic collapse overnight. It's a slow drain, a quiet dimming of your muscle response, and a weakening of the very legs you rely on to stay mobile, safe and free. And here's the real problem. No one tells you how much is too much. Your body may only need a small amount now, but supplement companies still push mega doses like it's 1999. Now the second culprit is even trickier. Most doctors don't bring it up unless things are already going wrong. By the time they notice it's out of balance, you might already be struggling with things like neuropathy, tingling, a strange sense of imbalance, like your feet aren't quite sure where the floor is. This one hides behind big bold health promises, especially for older adults. But too much or too little can mess with your nerve signals, and when your nerves aren't firing correctly, your muscles can't respond. your reaction time slows, and that small misstep, it becomes a fall. But let's start where it's easiest to see. Let's begin with the first one. It's hiding in plain sight, in millions of homes. You've probably taken it for years, maybe you even took it today. And yet for many older adults, it's doing the exact opposite of what it promises. Ready to find out what it is? Good. Let's take a closer look, because knowing this might be the first step to getting your strength back. Number 1. Vitamin E. The silent saboteur. Margaret was 67, a retired teacher, proud grandmother of 5. She kept a clean home, stayed active, and never missed her morning supplements. One of those supplements? Vitamin E. She'd read that it was good for the heart, that it helped skin glow, that it was anti-aging. So every morning, just after breakfast, she took a capsule, day after day, year after year. But something else was happening, subtle, at first. Her legs began to feel heavier, not tired, heavy, like walking through water. She brushed it off. Maybe I'm just tired today, she thought. But the feeling persisted. Getting out of a chair started to take more effort. Her balance just slightly off. And the stairs? Suddenly more intimidating than they had ever been. What Margaret didn't know was this: vitamin E, while essential in small doses, can quietly become a problem in larger ones, especially in the synthetic form most supplements use. Here's what many seniors miss. High doses of vitamin E can interfere with muscle function. It can also thin the blood more than necessary, especially if you're on medications like aspirin or warfarin. That means bruises appear more easily, and if you fall, the damage can be greater. This isn't just theory. It's been documented, observed, and quietly cautioned by geriatric specialists. But the warnings often get drowned out by loud marketing. Antioxidant powerhouse, fights aging, protects your cells. Yes, vitamin E has benefits, but in excess it becomes a saboteur, silently weakening muscles, subtly altering blood chemistry, undermining the very strength and balance you need to live fully. And here's the real misunderstanding. Most older adults believe the myth of more is better. More vitamins, more pills, more protection. But your body doesn't work that way after 60. It becomes more selective, more reactive, more sensitive. So should you stop taking vitamin E entirely? Not necessarily. It depends on your diet, your medications, and your personal health history. But you should look closely at your label. If you're taking more than 15 milligrams per day from a supplement, especially a synthetic form labeled dill alpha tocopherol, you may be doing more harm than good. Talk to your doctor. Ask the hard questions. Because awareness is the first step towards strength. And now, let's look at another vitamin. Even more common, even sneakier. This one doesn't just weaken your muscles, it interferes with the very wiring that tells them how to move. It's not about strength anymore. It's about control. Let's talk about vitamin B6. The nerve numbness trap. Frank, at 73, was a man who liked to stay active. He'd always been that way, outdoors, gardening, walking the dog, keeping his energy up. So when he started feeling a little more tired than usual, he did what most people his age do. He turned to a vitamin, a B complex. You know the kind, the ones marketed as energy boosters, promises of more pep, fewer tired days. He figured a little extra B6 might help, so he added it to his daily routine. After all, he'd heard it was great for energy. His doctor didn't see any harm in it. But a few months later, Frank started noticing something strange. At first, it was just a little tingling in his feet. He thought it was just from standing too long, or maybe he'd been on his feet a little too much. But it didn't go away. The tingling became a numbing sensation, then a twitching feeling in his calves. It was as if his body wasn't responding the way it used to. And worst of all, his balance started to worsen. His legs, once his pride, felt unstable, like they weren't his at all. Frank thought it was just aging catching up to him, but it wasn't. It was the B6. Too much vitamin B6, over time, can wreak havoc on the very nerves that tell your muscles what to do. It's called neuropathy, nerve damage that doesn't announce itself with a dramatic, obvious warning. It creeps up on you. It starts with tingling, then numbness, then weakness. And by the time you realize it's happening, it's often too late to reverse the damage completely. What's worse is this: neuropathy, when caused by too much B6, can mimic aging. It tricks your body into thinking it's just the natural process of getting older. But the truth, it's not. It's the overuse of a vitamin, once thought to be harmless, quietly sabotaging the signals between your brain and your muscles. Your legs don't know how to respond anymore. And before you know it, every step feels like a gamble. And here's the real kicker. Vitamin B6 is marketed as one of the safest vitamins out there. It's found in almost everything. So many people take it, thinking it's just a simple energy boost. But here's where the misunderstanding happens. Even slightly higher than the recommended dose, taken over a long period of time, can lead to nerve damage. It doesn't show up right away. It doesn't scream for attention. It slips under the radar, looking like something else entirely. Frank didn't know this. He thought he was doing the right thing, trying to get his energy back. But now, he's struggling with a condition that could have been prevented. Shocking, right? But that's not even the worst part. Wait until you hear about the third culprit. It's disguised as a joint support miracle, and it might be causing you more harm than you realize. Number 3, vitamin D. When overdone, the overdose risk. Anna, a lively 68-year-old who loved nothing more than her morning walks in the park, was always told, get more vitamin D. It made sense, right? The sun. It's essential. We all know it helps with bones, supports immunity, and keeps you strong. So when Anna's doctor suggested she increase her vitamin D intake due to her age, she did just that. 5,000 IU daily, she was told. Perfect, right? More is better, especially when you're looking to avoid weakness and osteoporosis. For the first few weeks, Anna felt fine. Nothing felt unusual, but soon something started to change. Her once springy step began to slow. Her muscles felt stiff. She noticed at night, her legs cramped like they never had before. No amount of stretching or rubbing helped. Her legs would knot up like tight ropes, and sometimes the pain was unbearable. She thought maybe it was just a part of aging, but then her blood work came back. The results were unsettling. Her calcium levels were abnormally high, way higher than they should be. What Anna didn't realize was that excessive vitamin D, far more than her body actually needed, had triggered a cascade of problems. Here's the thing. Vitamin D isn't just about strength and bones. It helps your body absorb calcium, and that's where the real risk lies. When you take too much, your body starts pulling in too much calcium from your food and supplements, causing your calcium levels to skyrocket. It doesn't just sit there. The excess calcium gets deposited into your soft tissues, your muscles, your joints, and if it gets bad enough, your kidneys. This causes all sorts of issues. First, it leads to muscle cramps. Not the occasional kind you get after a long day, but the kind that wake you up in the middle of the night, making you twist and turn in discomfort. Then it brings joint pain, especially in the knees, hips, and shoulders, because calcium starts building up where it shouldn't, causing stiffness, pain, and limited movement. But the most concerning part of all this is the kidney strain. Too much calcium in your bloodstream means your kidneys have to work overtime to filter it out. This can lead to kidney stones, poor kidney function, and a whole range of health issues that you certainly don't want at any age, let alone in your later years. You see, the common misunderstanding here is that people believe more vitamin D means more strength, especially for seniors. But here's the catch. It's not about the amount you take. It's about your individual needs. What most people forget, especially seniors, is that vitamin D doesn't come with a one-size-fits-all dose. You could be taking a supplement every day, thinking it's helping you stay strong, but without knowing your actual levels, you're rolling the dice. And for some, 5,000 IU is a dose that could lead to more harm than good. Anna had no idea. She thought she was doing the right thing, but like many others, she had no clue about the dangers of overdoing it. And now her muscles, her joints, and even her kidneys were paying the price. So what should seniors do to stay strong without the risk of overdoing it? Hold on, we're about to connect all the dots, because here's the truth. There is a right way to take supplements, and there's a wrong way. You're probably wondering, what should seniors do to stay strong? Hold on, we're about to connect all the dots. It's easy to miss the signs. We get so accustomed to the small inconveniences of aging that we start brushing them off as just part of life. A slight wobble when you stand up from the couch, a leg cramp that wakes you in the middle of the night, weakness when trying to get up from a chair. These things come and go, don't they? They don't scream at us with flashing lights or loud warnings. They just whisper, and because we're so used to hearing these whispers, we start to ignore them. But what if all of this, every little symptom, every subtle sign, traced back to something more than just getting older? What if these weren't signs of natural aging, but clues pointing to silent vitamin mistakes hiding in plain sight? Things you've been doing, or things your loved ones have been doing for years, thinking they were helping, but they were actually hurting. It's easy to think of supplements as harmless. After all, they're advertised as health boosters, miracle solutions. How could something you take to feel better, to strengthen your body, be the cause of the very discomforts you're trying to avoid? But when you really stop and think about it, really reflect on it, you start to see the connections. It's not just a coincidence that certain vitamins, which we trust so much, could be sabotaging our health without us realizing it. The dizziness, the balance issues, the leg cramps, the aching muscles. These aren't just signs of getting older, not anymore. Now, you see, there's a deeper link, and it's not too late to do something about it. In fact, it's more than just possible, it's necessary. Now, take a moment, think about your supplement routine. How often do you take that daily pill? Maybe it's a multivitamin, or vitamin D. Maybe you've got a B complex tucked away in your medicine cabinet for energy. Or you've heard that calcium and magnesium are essential for your bones. You've been told these things for years, and so you take them faithfully. But could one of these vitamins, perhaps unknowingly, be having an adverse effect on your health? Not in a way you would immediately notice, but in the way that's slow, quiet, and sneaky, like a slow leak in a tire. And what about your loved ones? Could they be following the same routines, unknowingly putting themselves at risk for the same quiet consequences? Let's be real for a second. Many of us, especially as we age, rely on supplements to maintain our strength. We want to stay active, feel good, and be independent. But the reality is that not all supplements are created equal, and not all supplements are safe when taken in excess. What we often overlook is that vitamins can interact with one another, change how they're absorbed, and sometimes, just sometimes, they can trigger reactions in the body that do more harm than good. But here's the turning point in this story. The truth is, you don't need to fear supplements. You don't need to toss everything out and start from scratch. You just need to use them wisely. Now, you have the insight to protect yourself and those you love. This isn't about scaring you into abandoning your vitamin routine. This is about giving you the power to make better choices, the power to ask better questions, to start questioning, do I really need this one? Could I be taking too much of this? Is this helping me or harming me? And most importantly, am I protecting my health or unknowingly putting it at risk? The knowledge you have now is empowerment in its purest form. You can now make informed decisions. You have the power to read labels with a discerning eye. You can ask your doctor, hey, what do I actually need based on my individual health? You can empower your loved ones to do the same, because when you understand the why behind your choices, you regain control over your own body. And when you take that control back, you stop living in the shadows of doubt and instead live with confidence, knowing you're doing what's best for your health, not just what's been recommended. Now that you know the potential risks, it's time to turn the page. Because here's where we change the narrative. In just a moment, I'll show you exactly how to optimize your vitamins in a way that supports your strength and protects your legs as you age. So stay with me, because the journey to a stronger, healthier you starts right here. Imagine for a moment, waking up one day and realizing you can't take that walk you've always loved. You know, the walk through the neighborhood park, the one where the sun feels just right on your face, and the world feels like it's within reach. What if little by little you couldn't stand up from the couch without help? What if your legs, your source of strength and independence, suddenly became a burden? The thought is unsettling, isn't it? But this is the reality many face when these quiet, subtle signs of vitamin-related issues go ignored. Left unchecked, these vitamins, which were meant to help, could silently drain your strength. Your muscles, your joints, your very ability to move, could be compromised little by little. And we all know the truth: mobility is freedom. Without it, we lose more than just the ability to walk. We lose independence. We lose the joy of simple pleasures, the ability to go to the store, visit friends, or even step outside and breathe in fresh air. And if we're really honest, without mobility, life starts to feel smaller, limited, as if the walls are slowly closing in. But here's where the shift happens, because while these consequences are real, the good news is, it's not too late. It's never too late to take control and make smarter choices about your health. You're not powerless here. You have the ability to change the course of things before they spiral too far. By understanding the why behind leg weakness and muscle decline, you're already one step ahead. You've got the knowledge now, and that's everything. But let's talk about hope for a second, because that's what this is really about, isn't it? Hope. The hope that, despite the challenges we face as we get older, we can still protect the things that matter most: our health, our vitality, our freedom. Here's how you take back control. Start by speaking up. Don't just take those supplements without a second thought. Ask questions. What's my current vitamin level? What's the right dosage for me? It's okay to get second opinions from trusted healthcare providers. After all, this is your body, your life, and the last thing you want is to let a well-meaning but misguided pill strip you of your strength. Next, consider adjusting the dosages. If you've been taking high doses of vitamin D, for example, it might be time to scale back. You don't need to overdose on supplements to stay strong. It's about balance, finding the right level that works with your unique body. Your doctor can help you navigate this. And when it comes to other vitamins like calcium, magnesium, or B12, pay attention to how they interact with your body. Sometimes it's not just about one pill, but how they work together, and whether one might be causing imbalance in your system. And here's the most powerful step of all: make the choice today to prioritize mobility, because you know as well as I do that your ability to move freely is the foundation of everything else. Without it, other aspects of your health are harder to maintain. But with it, you can do so much more. It's not just about preventing weakness, it's about keeping you strong for years to come. It's about living each day with the freedom to move, to enjoy and to cherish. To get up from your chair without hesitation, to walk outside and feel the breeze, to enjoy those small everyday victories that make life so precious. You've got the power to make a difference, to stop the silent damage before it steals your strength. And with each informed decision you make, you're not just protecting your legs, you're protecting your life, your independence, and most importantly, your ability to live fully. It's time to stop worrying about what could go wrong and start focusing on what you can do right now to stay strong, because the path forward is in your hands, and the best part is you don't have to walk it alone. So let's recap. You've learned that excessive vitamin E can lead to blood thinning and muscle fatigue. Vitamin B6, when overdone, might be causing that persistent leg numbness or nerve damage. And vitamin D, vitamin D, can sneakily lead to cramping, stiffness, and worse if you're not careful. But here's the twist: it's not about cutting these vitamins out of your life entirely. It's about balance, getting the right dose at the right time. That's where the real magic lies. By adjusting the levels and knowing when and how much your body truly needs, you can still reap the benefits without the risks. The goal isn't to eliminate what helps, but to master how to use it effectively. This small change in how you approach supplements could make a world of difference in how you feel and function every single day. Now, I wanted to hear from you. Which of these surprised you the most? Have you or a loved one ever experienced unexplained leg weakness, or wondered why you feel drained after standing for too long? Could one of these vitamins be the hidden cause you never considered? Let's talk about it in the comments below. I'll be reading every one and I can't wait to hear your stories. Your experiences are powerful and they help us all learn, grow, and navigate this journey of aging together. If this video opened your eyes to something new, don't let this insight slip away. Subscribe to Elder Mature Moments right now, so you never miss a video packed with real stories, expert-backed advice, and insights that empower you to age gracefully, without losing your strength, your mobility, or your independence. Hit that subscribe button and make sure you tap the bell so you stay in the loop with every new piece of life-changing content we bring you. Remember, your legs carry your life. They're the foundation of everything you do, every step you take, every adventure you embark on. Protect them wisely, and in our next video, we'll dive deeper into how you can keep your legs strong, healthy, and pain-free even into your 80s and beyond. We'll share the best foods and simple daily habits you can incorporate into your life to protect your mobility and boost your strength. Don't miss it. Until then, stay strong, stay independent, and take care of your legs, because they're carrying you through life.